POTA, CQ POTA.
Hey guys, Tango Oscar Mike. Just out for a casual POTA activation at the closest park to my house, which is Hillman State Park. I haven't been out for a while, at least not for doing POTA. I had my antenna project and some other stuff I was working on, so. But it's nice that the warmer weather is here, and we have summer to look forward to. Today's technically the second day of spring. It's a nice day out. I think it's supposed to get to 62 today. The ground's still frozen in a few places. I brought my trekking poles along. I really haven't used them, probably won't use them, but I brought them in case I wanted to set up a shelter. I think I'm going to stop here and strap them to my pack because I really don't think I'm going to use them. There's nothing really steep here or uneven that I really have to worry about. So, yeah, again, this is Hillman State Park, but it's also a state game lands. I'm heading to that scenic overlook that I've been to a few times before. The last time I was there, I actually didn't even activate the park from there. I was having kind of a retrospective moment and just kind of hung out and enjoyed myself. But today I'm going to be activating. Fire up the radio and see how we're going. Whew. It's nice to be out. I was going to take the shorter path to this location, but I decided to take the long way around, get a little exercise. Now, with the warmer weather, there's a lot that I could take out of my pack. I took out the hand warmers and all that other stuff. The extra layers, gloves, beanies, all that stuff, extra warmth layers, extra stuff just to keep me warm. All that stuff's been taken out of my pack, so that lightened it up a bit. Not including the trekking poles, I think I'm at about 26 pounds, 26, 27 pounds. And that's with everything. That's including everything. That's including my phone, my chest rig here, which includes a firearm. I'm trying to think what else. I put my little solar panel back in here. My 20-watt power film solar panels back in the pack. The solar controller. I don't have my tarp shelter in here because it's really big. But I do have my poncho that I can make a sunshade or windbreak from, which is why I brought the trekking poles. You can see my 10-meter soda beams mast there. I think I am going to upgrade to the carbon 6 mast. I think it's like $57, but I think it's a third of the weight. That's a lot of weight to knock off in one shot like that. Normally I don't worry too much about weight, but it's nice to be able to travel a little lighter. So it's kind of nice that nothing's grown in. It's easy to walk in this grass. In the summertime, sometimes this grass gets really high. Now, even though it's early spring here in Pennsylvania, you still have to be very wary of ticks. Ticks are very bad here in Pennsylvania. I think I posted before that I had found a tick on me and had to go through the antibiotic treatment and everything because I started to get the big bullseye. So I don't want to do that. My shoes, my pants have all been sprayed with permethrin, which once it dries is harmless to people, but I've actually done the test myself where I've put a tick on a piece of clothing that was treated with permethrin, and basically it just kills the tick. Not right away. People may think the ticks die immediately when they touch it. They don't. The tick will crawl on it for a little bit, and then it will start to act like it's drunk, or that it keeps trying to lift its legs up, and then it will basically fall off, and then it will die a short time after. So you don't have to worry about it too much. But I still do a very good and thorough tick check when I get home, just to make sure I don't have any on me. So it is a good thing to do. But we're going to keep trekking here. It is a good day to be out. I did a ton of yard work yesterday. In fact, Augie slept in this morning, which is kind of rare because he was out with me the whole day. And I slept in this morning, which is really rare. I actually missed our Sunday morning nets for Pennsylvania Emergency Management and another NBEMS digital net. Yeah, I slept through all that. I think I've shown these before at this park, but if you haven't seen, I don't know if you can look up there on the hill, but you'll see some large mounds. And some of these you can even see on the satellite photos for this park. You see dots on the maps of, around these fields. And what those are giant ant mounds. Here's some that have been run over by the mowers. Here's one that's been run over by the mowers. Try to find one closer. But this park has huge ant infestation. The first time I ever came out here, I was mountain biking on some back trails, and I found a big field of these ants. And there was a carcass of a bird laying on the ground, and there were millions of ants cleaning this bird out. I mean, it was ridiculous. But here is a good example. Now that's probably 3, maybe 4 feet across, 3.5 feet. There's ants all over it. You can see how they cleared the grass, how it's cleared out around it. And they get bigger. There's one up there behind it. So this is not a park to get injured and fall down and take a nap. I think you'd get devoured in a short amount of time.
Charlie, come back over.
Roger, Roger. I'm at Park K1360. You're 5'9".
Oh, Roger on Kilo 1360, 5'9", you're 5'7" here in the Park Kilo 2950, over.
Copy the 2950. Have a great activation.
Thank you, sir. You as well. Have a great rest of the day. GN4CCQ. QSL 73, QRZ.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra, Park to Park.
Hey, November 3, Whiskey Sierra, copy the Park to Park. I have you 5'9" in Wisconsin, and our park is Kilo 4352, and also Kilo 4238.
Roger, Roger. I'm at Park K1360, and you are also 5'9".
Hey, QSL, thank you for the activation on 1360.
Roger, Roger. Yeah, there's somebody else calling CQ for Parks on the Air on top of you.
QSL, not here and I'm here, so but appreciate the information.
November 3, Whiskey Sierra, Park to Park. Roger, Roger. You're 5'7" here in Western Pennsylvania. I'm at Park 1360. Roger, Roger. Go right ahead.
N3WS from November 1, Sierra Papa X-ray, Norway 1, Sugar Paul X-ray, 55 at 7664.
Roger, Roger. 5'7" from Western Pennsylvania, Park 1360. Thanks for both contacts.
Yep, that's 2 Park to Park, 73, and good luck. This is NA1KW, QRZ.
When I can hear him that clearly, I tend to write down the information. November 3, Whiskey Sierra, Park to Park. Roger, Roger. I have you at about a 5454 in Western Pennsylvania. I am at Park K 1360.
What's the park again? I got K13. What is it? What's the rest?
1360, 1360.
1360 on a 5-4 signal report. I'm going to give you a 5-5.
QSL, thanks for the contact. 73, have a great day. Let's go up to the higher part of the band, try to find a clear frequency to call on. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. This is November 3, Whiskey Sierra calling CQ Parks on the air. Kilo 1, Charlie Whiskey Bravo.
Kilo 1, Charlie Whiskey Bravo, got you 5'5" into Park 1360 in Western Pennsylvania.
Roger, Roger. I got you a 5'7"
Copy the 5'7" into Massachusetts. Thank you and have a great day.
Kilo 4, Charlie Alpha Echo. Whiskey 4, Yankee X-ray, Mike. Whiskey Oscar 4, Romeo Oscar Golf. Kilo Alpha Niner Golf Delta Whiskey. Whiskey 9, Charlie Oscar Delta. Park to Park, Park to Park.
Park to Park, go ahead.
Kilo Delta 9, Kilo Charlie Kilo. At Park 34107. Kilo Whiskey 2, Delta X-ray. 704 Charlie Whiskey Bravo, Papa, Hillman State Park in Georgia.
November 4, Charlie Whiskey Bravo. You want out there. You're 5'9" into Park 1360. Thank you for the 5'9" in South Carolina, 73. There was a park in Michigan?
This is a park in Georgia, over.
Okay, I'll take the park in Georgia.
Whiskey 2, Yankee Papa Papa. I am portable at the Mistletoe State Park in eastern Georgia. Kilo India 4, November Sugar Papa. Kilo 1, Papa Lima. Park to park.
Kilo 1 Papa Lima. I'll take you first and then I'll get to park to park. Kilo 1 Papa Lima, 5'9" into Park 1360. Thank you for the 5'9" in Connecticut. Park to park, go ahead.
Park to park. November 1, Romeo Bravo Delta. November 1, Romeo Bravo Delta at Kilo 0662 UA 5 and 5 into Georgia. Kilo Cross. Kilo Delta 9, Papa Hotel.
The Kilo Delta 9.
Kilo Delta 9, Papa Hotel Yankee. Papa Hotel Yankee. 5656, Indiana, QSL. Whiskey 4, Lima, India Delta. Whiskey Radio 4, Charlie. Alpha, Alpha.
Well, I made... Well, I made 22 contacts, which is good. I'll take that. I tried playing around on 20 meters for a little while, hunting, and couldn't reach anybody, couldn't hear anybody actually. Heard some people calling, but that was it. So I decided not to CQ on 20 meters. I am just going to call that good, get packed up here, and head home and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. I got some other projects at home I want to get done, so it's a good time to do that. Disconnect the radio. Oh, here's something that wild that happened, kind of scared me. At home, I had my 12 amp hour battery sitting on the table, and the charge lead, see the charge lead here? The charge lead was laying on the table, and I had a USB cable, and I dropped the USB cable on the desk, and the connector went in and shorted the end of the charge port on my Bioenno battery and sparked. It actually burnt the end of the USB connector. The battery's fine, and the USB connector still works fine too, but has a little burn mark on it. So I wonder if I should find like a little cap or something to put that over. The power poles are pretty well protected. I would think that looks pretty protected too, but it happens. So it might be something I look for. Maybe a little rubber cap or something to put on the end of that. Okay, about to hike out. One last look around. This would probably be a great place to camp if you're allowed to camp in this park, which you're not. That'd probably be really fun, but you know, what can you, not too much you can do about it. Gonna hike out. Even the ground's a little bit drier than it was this morning. The weather's been, man, you couldn't ask for a better day. I envy you guys that have tons and tons of public land. You guys out in Arizona where I see dirt bikes. Chuck did a video out in California, them riding dirt bikes up into the mountains. Yeah, there's not a lot of places you can do that in Pennsylvania, at least not around here. Most motorized vehicles are banned from these areas. Drones, I know a lot of guys are getting drones. You can't fly drones in any of these areas because they are, this one is a game lands. And some of the other state parks, they don't allow drones, even if it's the little drones. I know everybody says, oh, the little drone doesn't follow those rules. A lot of those parks have rules where they've banned them, and they just won't let you fly them. I actually called, I was thinking about getting a drone. I called a couple of the parks and said, hey, you know, what, you know, are you allowed drones there? And I said, even if they're within that weight limit. And the park ranger that I talked to said no. He said they don't allow them at all because it's a nuisance to other people and everything else. So because this would be, you could get some pretty spectacular views out here. I mean, look at this. I love this wide open air, these wide open areas like this. I wish there was more public land in Pennsylvania. There is in other parts of the country, but just not in western PA anyhow. I'm not too far from West Virginia though, and I think there's some areas in West Virginia. That is one thing about COVID, is that it drove more people to the outdoors. You know, to be socially distanced, there wasn't a lot of things you can do. But a lot of people went to the outdoors. I know bicycles, kayaks, all that stuff was sold out for quite some time. I think there's still a back order of all that stuff. But hopefully that brings awareness to the outdoors and gets people to fight for public land and protect what we have left. I hope people realize that in some areas there's really not a lot of public land that you can enjoy these days, and it's seems to be getting less and less. Has COVID forced you outdoors and to do outdoor activities more than you normally would? Let me know in the comments. Well, I hope you liked the video. It's nice to be outside in nice weather again. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. This is Tango Oscar Mike, 73. Take care.
Tango Oscar Mike.
Here? Well, what are you waiting for? Get out there and do some parks out in the air or soda or something. Get outside, it's beautiful.